It's Kara and Glenn, Mara and Adrienne
on the Weird Chloe Style Couch.
Hey everyone, it's Kara Dixon with Candid with Kara, and we are taking over Richmond! GoPro, stop recording. Hey everyone, it's Candid with Kara, and today we are in Richmond. We are back for the segment. I know you guys enjoyed it. And right now we're joined with Senator Bill DeSteph.
Hey Kara, how you doing?
I'm doing great. You won re-election.
I won re-election. Woohoo!
So, how are you feeling since that election? I know there's a lot going on. A lot of things are maybe a little bit different here at the State House.
A little different at the State House. I still get a lump in my throat every time I walk in the door. When I walk through the Capitol, I see the statue of Thomas Jefferson. I get a lump in my throat, and I'm just honored and humbled to be here representing the people. Then I understand that I don't work for the government. I don't represent the government. I work for the government. I represent the people to the government. So their fight is my fight.
And so what are you going to be working on today?
So today we've already taken our teledentistry bill, rolled it into two other bills, and it'll go forward because they had the exact same bill. We have a bill that we're working on that takes the spam calls to this and the spam texts to this, and it tweaks the law a little bit where they're illegal now. If they're inside of Virginia and they come from a cell phone number, then they're not illegal. Well, we're going to tweak it so that's illegal, and you can't sell anything to somebody's cell phone, and you can't just online solicit them on their phone. So we're going to work on that. Then after that, we've got caucus session, committees, subcommittees. We go from there.
Busy day.
Yeah, every day is busy. Every day is awesome here.
Every time you pass by the Thomas Jefferson statue, do you ponder, what's his favorite kind of pizza?
I wish I could, but no, what I ponder is, what would he say if he saw what's going on today? He'd be like rolling over in his grave sometimes.
I have a new interest in Thomas Jefferson because I saw Hamilton.
There you go.
And he was my favorite character on Hamilton.
Yep. Do you know Thomas Jefferson used to work out 2 hours a day?
Oh.
Every day.
And Monticello.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how they worked out back then.
I don't know either. I think they walked. I think they walked.
Well, I guess they had to. But.
Yeah. Ready to hit it. Are you guys ready?
As ready as we'll be.
Let's hit it.
Kirk Power!
This is Clay. He's the cutest little boy. It's our grandson. And
of course he's a cute
he needs
little boy.
hearing aids. And in schools, an insurance won't cover hearing aids. So in schools, they pay almost $40,000 a year for accommodations, or we can have the insurance cover $5,000 for hearing aids. Which one do you think would be the smartest, more economical thing to do? Have the insurance companies cover it, right? So that's what we're trying to get done. And we've got a bill on that, and we'll make sure that we have Clay up here for the bill. And the big thing that we've been working on and fighting is the gun legislation. So we've got to figure out the balance of trying to, going up?
No!
Trying to
Going down, up.
keep guns out of the hands of criminals while protecting the rights and liberties of law-abiding citizens. And that's a challenge sometimes to find that. Yesterday we didn't do very well with it. We violated the First, Second, Fourth, and Fifth Amendment, and we also ignored due process and stop time. You gotta be able to get aggressive with these elevators at times.
got some visitors for you, Barry. Hey, how y'all doing? Good to see you.
Good morning.
And I'm here with Barry Knight and Barry Knight.
And this is about 10 years old, and I guess when you get older, you shrink. Because I think the old Barry Knight is taller than the new Barry Knight.
I am with Delegate Barry Knight in his super nifty office. He just gave us a tour. It's pretty cool. You know, what are you looking forward to about the session?
Well, I'm looking forward to renewing my old relationships with all my friends up here and seeing if we can find some common ground. It's been my 12th year. I've been in a majority for 11 years, so it's a little bit different this year. I am not chairman of 4 subcommittees like I was, but I'm still on the same committees that I wanted to be on: appropriations, general laws, and rules. So we'll see. We're going to try to present my views, and the other side will present their views, and we'll see if we can get some common ground.
What do you think are some of the biggest issues you guys are going to be tackling this year?
Well, people are talking about guns, and I don't know if we can find some common ground on guns or not. The Senate's already passed some bills that we'll have to look at, because everything gets passed in the Senate, comes here, and the governor has to sign it. But they've got all 3 of those houses, if you will. So we're going to look at that. But ultimately, you can have policy, you can have guns, but it always comes down to the money. And I sit on appropriations, and I've been a conferee, which means that we get with the Senate and we try to mesh our bills together. So at the end of the day, I'm hoping that I'll be a conferee again. I'm certainly on appropriations, and we'll have to make sure we keep the finances of the state balanced.
That's you!
And that's me in 1975. Haven't changed a bit.
Hey, you look about the same.
You could have been a member of the Bee Gees.
You've still got the stash.
That's right, that's right.
What are some of the bills you're working on this year?
Oh, well, I've got a Menhaden bill. That's a perennial. So I've got that. I think it may have some legs this year because the United States Secretary of Commerce said that if they didn't comply with some regulations, he was going to put a moratorium on them June the 17th. So I've got that legislation. I have the weight of the governor's office behind us, so maybe some of the Democrats will go along with it, maybe some of the Republicans, and maybe we can put the fish, the Menhaden, in the hands of the scientists as opposed to the hands of the politicians. So I've got that, and I've got a budget amendment to try to get $10 million to help renovate the building down there at the courthouse where the mass tragedy was. And if I can get $10 million from the state, which it is not precedent setting, it's happened many times. If dam fails in localities or certain situations, the state will contribute money. So I'm asking for that $10 million, so maybe it'll free up $10 million at home for maybe some flooding issues at home.
You're in the minority now.
Yes.
How's that feel? What's the vibe like?
Well, it's fine because we all treat each other with respect over here, and I have an awful lot of friends on the other side. They were my friends when I was in the majority. They're my friends when I'm in the minority. We treat each other with respect, and I'll just go in there and present my views, and we can disagree without being disagreeable, and that's just kind of how I operate.
The old Barry was very, very busy. The new Barry isn't quite as busy.
That's why you have this.
That's right, that's right.
To keep you company.
That's right, that's right.
I'm getting an arm workout here. Everyone, we are with Delegate Glen Davis.
Good morning.
Hey, how are you?
Doing awesome.
We're here for part 2 of Candid with Kara.
With no food.
But I'm doing Whole 30 again.
Okay.
So last time I met you, I broke Whole 30.
Oh, big time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Big pasta day.
So I'm trying this time. So, we're gonna do it again. So you guys are back in session.
We are?
How's it been for you guys?
It's been great. I mean, weather's been awesome. I feel bad for the people like you that come to see us and people from back home. The lines have been 2 hours, as you know, with them banning firearms in the General Assembly building for the first time ever. It takes 2 hours for people to get into this building. It's not what we want to put in front of our citizens when they come to see us, but it's a challenge that they're dealing with and still coming to see us, and we're very thankful they are.
So this is my first time here. Any tips or advice on how to navigate the hallways? Anything I need to see or what?
Anything? You're the oldest continuously running democratic body in the Western Hemisphere, and you don't know what you need to go see? Oh, Kara. Okay, we gotta do a tour. Well, so
I heard.
so the Capitol is designed by Jefferson.
Yes.
The model created that it was built off of, that was designed by Jefferson, is over there.
Okay.
Some of those halls in the Capitol are the halls that Jefferson and Henry literally walked through. The one thing I enjoy every year doing, I did it accidentally my first year. We have 24-hour access, and I was coming back late one night, and I walked in there to walk through that Capitol when no one else is there at night, and just realizing the shoes you're feeling. If that doesn't humble someone, nothing will. You know, when you walk into the old House of Delegates chamber and you see the Statue of Lee there, and you realize the debates and the discussion, not just for that are so prominent in our state's history, but in our nation's history, that happened in that room. It's awe-inspiring.
What are you looking forward to about this session? Is there anything?
It ending?
What are you working on? What bills are you working on?
So I have a number of pieces of legislation that I think are important. One of them is a bill framed after Safe UT. It puts a app for students, teachers, and parents on cell phones so people can report potential school violence, school threats. Also help with those that are facing potential self-harm and they want to reach out for help. It's done wonders in Utah, and we're trying to bring that to Virginia. I have a ban-the-box piece of legislation I'm working on with La Aired. There's always been this desire that once someone pays their time to society, they should have a second chance. That's what our nation's founded on. And some states have said, we're going to make sure that anyone applying for public employment cannot be asked if they've ever been a felon before. And you want to be able to ask those types of questions to get to know someone. And what happened, if you can't ask the question, sometimes people infer, and then discrimination actually increases. So we drafted a bill that said that you can ask that question, but only at an interview or after an interview. So that person has a chance to sit down, they can actually discuss that. And that's, you know, all you can ask. You don't want to make someone hire someone, but you want to make someone have the ability for that second chance. So I'm really excited about that piece of legislation as well.
Oh, was there anything else you wanted to say, or did we miss anything? Or
You know, so one thing I'm really excited, and so they can't see it on camera, but y'all, I got my camera behind your camera, I got my lighting. So I love keeping everyone up to speed on what's going on here, because I can only do my job if people let me know what they're thinking back home on legislation. So pay attention to the videos out there.
It's been a week, a little over a week
Yes,
since
yes.
you've been here.
Yes.
What's it been like for you?
Very excited. Well, this is different than last time we were together when we were out biking and running around the neighborhood. It's been just awesome to be. I feel like I am actually living the news as it happens. So I used to have to wait till the next day to read the paper, and now I can actually be in the room when we make news. So I just think that is amazing and just a great honor. And an awesome responsibility as well. So it has been overwhelming at times just with the process, and they definitely do things differently. There's a lot to learn. It's unlike any job I've ever had, but I'm getting a lot of help from people. Everyone's very friendly here, I'll say that, but it's a lot of watching and listening. And I usually show up at new jobs and just try to take it all in and kind of watch how the process works while my wheels spin 1,000 miles an hour. And then go out and make an impact and make my big entrance. But I'm learning a lot. This is kind of my just week to take it all in. So.
And you're the newcomer in the Republican Party.
I am. There was one new Republican and one new Democrat. So, and we actually knew each other before we were in the same Sorensen class together. So. Ghazala Hashmi is the Democrat, and it's nice at least to have one other new person. But so there's two brand new people. So not a lot of newcomers, so they don't particularly cater to the new people. It's absolutely fine though. I am ready to jump in and do my part. It's awesome though.
There's a lot going on this session.
Yes.
Gun reform, ERA. Are there any other things you're looking out for, or anything else people should be
Always
concerned about, or-
education. You know, I had the teachers in here today. I have a sister who's been a teacher for 20 some odd years, and always looking out for those guys. I feel like teachers and nurses are underpaid, underappreciated, and that's a captive audience. You know, the students that we have, and sometimes that's all we have is education. So how can we provide just a quality and good and safe and supportive education for our students, but also supporting our teachers and paying them adequately? So education is just another big advocacy platform for me. I'm excited to look for that and help this session.
Is there anything that's happened that you like weren't expecting, or anything that's like surprised you since then? Or
Well, we had the first day. The first day there was a lot of ERA people, and they weren't always all clothed, maybe as much as they should be. I had my husband, my kids, whatever. I was like, this is a different approach if you want to. But that was somewhat shocking. But just the crowds, the security around the building has been not what I expected. So more, but it's just an awesome honor to be here. So that's kind of my biggest, I think, takeaway. I just really, I know the responsibility I have to represent my constituents in my district, and I'm excited to do that. Just getting indoctrinated, working with my new staff, and we're getting a lot of input from emails, phone calls, survey responses. So I'm excited to continue to represent them, and please keep up with our social media, our Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. We try to keep that stuff up to date. And you can go on our website, jenforva.com, and sign up with them. We'll send out weekly emails during session, and then we'll do a nice session summary at the end. So it's going good so far. So it's been 5 days, yeah.
you like ask me about
It's going well.
it.
I'll come back in a couple weeks, but it's
sleep at
going
your
well.
desk,
Yeah, it's great. Thank you all for your input, for your support. Please continue to let us know, how we can advocate on your behalf, either again through email, phones, through our websites, through social media. All of our contact information should be up to date now on the Senate website. Jenforva, JENFORVA.com is our website still. So just continue to let us know so that we can continue to represent you well and speak on your behalf. So.